So, anybody who claims that backgammon is all luck and it's not a game of skill needs to take a look at this position that came up in my match with Kit Woolsey tonight. This is Woolsey-Simborg, and I was red. We were playing a match to 7, and red leads 1-0 and holds a 2 cube. And I'm red, and I'm thinking about doubling here. And the question is, should I double? And if I double, should blue take or drop? So take a couple seconds and see what you think. Okay, well, I'll tell you half of the problem. I did double, and I was correct to double, and part of the reason I doubled is because I'm playing the great Kit Woolsey. He was my first teacher. First time I took a professional lesson and paid somebody for it, it was Kit Woolsey, some 25 years ago. And the first lesson he taught me was Woolsey's Law, which I applied right here. And the first rule of Woolsey's Law is, do you think your opponent would take or drop? Or if you were him, what would you do? And if the answer is you would drop, then for sure you should double. And if the answer is you're not sure if you would take or drop, then for sure you should double. And if the answer is you know he's taking, then you've got some other work to do. Usually it's all about market losers. But in this case, I really wasn't sure about the take or drop. I wasn't sure about the double. I wasn't sure about much in this position. The match score makes it kind of tough. Winning 1-0 with a 2 cube and redoubling to 4 is a heck of a lot different than if the score were 0-0. So I did double. Should Kit take or drop? I can tell you right now that Kit thought long and hard. He took off his glasses, he calculated his take points, he calculated the recube vig, he calculated my recube take point, he went through the numbers, he estimated his wins. He was off on the wins, by the way, by 1%. He estimated wrong by 1%. That's how good he is. I don't know how many people could estimate the wins here much closer than that. And he did end up taking. And I was frankly surprised. The reason I gave the cube is I was pretty sure it was a drop. Somebody else, another giant watching this, said he wasn't sure if I was too good to double, but here's a situation where the guy's taking. How can you be too good to double? It's a very small double by 0.02. He gets gammoned a tremendous amount. This would certainly be a drop if I was at 0 instead of 1. Just that 1 point would make a heck of a difference. Let's put the score at 0 instead of 1 to show you how sensitive this game is to little things like that. Winning 1-0, I'm too good to redouble, pass. Look at what happened when you change the score, because of what happens with the recube, what happens with the gammon values, what happens to everything. It's just an amazingly complex game. Let me show you another reason why you can prove this is a game of skill. If you move this checker from here to here, it's not a double. If I move this checker 1 pip closer, I no longer have a double. Why? Do you know why this is different from this? What makes this worse for red? Again, Kit knew instantly. It took me a little bit. I saw it. Ask yourself what happens if red rolls 6-5 in this position. Ouch. Ouch. He has to move the 6 here and leave a direct shot. In this position, you roll a 6-5 and there's no direct shot. That little difference is enough to turn it into not even a double. Take a look. It's close. Again, it's real close. And these things, when they're this close, you really don't know for sure until you roll them out. I'm just hitting plus. But the ideas are there. The concepts are there. The take points, the match equities, the gammon chances. Kit thought he would win this game about 31% of the time. You win at 29.85. How many people could come up with an estimate like that? And the fact that he gets gammoned so much is one of the reasons he takes the cube, because he's going to recube pretty quickly. Well, I'll show you something interesting. what happened, I did win the match. I got very lucky. I did get to a point where, let's see if I have the position. I'm sorry, I don't have the position. I got to a point that looks something like this, where Kit did have a shot, and I have a chance to have repeating shots, something like this, and Kit recubed from 4 to 8. Let's put blue on roll, and of course I grabbed the cube, and he missed, and I rolled double fours, and that's how I won this match. This is not the exact position, because according to the rollout that we did at the time, Kit was absolutely right to recube. He was going to get gammon for sure if he didn't double. So he had something more in the outfield, or something else to where he may as well recube because gammons were assured. But again, this is really complex stuff. This is the kind of thing that you really have to study the game to know and understand. And it was an honor to play with Kit, and every time I play with him, again, this is not the right position, every time I play with him, I learn so much because he's so free about explaining what he's thinking and what he's doing. But he did have a redouble, missed, and I won. Oh, I know why. These checkers are off the board. That's why, because I had these two checkers were hidden. I don't like the way these checkers can get hidden. That's because I'm using the big dice. So he does have a redouble if there's a sure gammon when he misses, and that's the theory here, because what has he got to lose to be at 8 if he was going to get gammon when he misses anyway, almost all the time. And he's got repeat shots here. If I don't roll a doubles, or just the right number, like a 2-1 or something, he's going to lose anyway. But again, I will find that position. I'm sorry that I don't have it. I think the initial position was very interesting. I'm very thrilled that I won the match from Kit. It's in the Japan qualifier. The next match, I went on and played Jeremy Begay, had a very good match with him, and I got lucky and won that one too. I'm not playing in the main tournament because I'm running the tournament. This is a San Francisco tournament. I'm running it with Tobias, and we're just too busy running the tournament. But a couple of the side events I've been fortunate enough to have a little time to play in. And we had a really good turnout of a lot of very, very fine players. So we're having a great time. I will keep everybody updated on the USBGF Facebook page as to the results on Saturday and Sunday. There is a fighters bracket, so it won't end until Sunday, because we do a redraw Sunday morning of the 2 players that were undefeated and the 2 players that won the fighters bracket to play it out for the championship. So Ed O'Loughlin did beat Coolray in the semifinals to get to the finals of the Masters. We don't know who he plays yet, but we'll know tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.